Hi, everybody. Welcome and thank you for being here. It is indeed Sunday. We had some rain, and for a change, it is nice and cool. I actually did not plan on doing a video today, but had to send an email and got distracted and started reading some of your email. And that got me thinking. And you know what it's like when you reach a certain age. If you have something you want to say, you better say it because an hour or day later and you can't remember what you wanted to say. Anyway, analyzing my thoughts, I think I have more questions than I have answers. So let's quickly go through it. I know some of you are absolutely brilliant and maybe you have the answers. It will be interesting to see and read what you think. The first few questions. How long in advance did Harry and Meghan know or plan to move to the United States? Or is Harry an illegal alien in the United States? Or was he an illegal alien? Is that maybe what they are trying to hide? Are they trying to hide the date on which he applied for a visa or permanent residence? Remember the documentary, Meghan's tearful plea to Tyler Perry, boo hoo, they are cutting our funding, which was a lie, and removing our security. Remember their freedom flight before the borders closed due to COVID? Well, I know Harry is a British citizen and he is a prince, but how and when did he get his visa, particularly during a pandemic? Could it be that Harry was in the United States illegally for weeks, maybe months, or even a year or two? Remember, Meghan's cousin, Ashley, is an immigration lawyer. Did she fix it for him? And now they are just trying to hide the date. So, what now? The judge has to make a ruling one way or the other. And the question is he going to make it one, a decision based on the law? Two, is he going to make a political decision? Or three, is he going to make an elitist decision? There is possibly, or at least that is the gossip around town, a very, very dangerous political element to this entire drama surrounding Harry's visa. And in part, I'm going to quote it as I received it, okay? It is obvious that something is being covered up with regards to Harry's visa. When the DHS lawyer said that Harry's book is not proof of drug use, it was like a red rag to a bull. Every siren and warning sign went off. Something is not right here. We guessed something is being covered up, but now we know. What we don't know is exactly what. Are they, DHS, trying to cover their own negligence and failures, or are they covering for Harry? And why would they cover for Harry unless they were told to do so from someone in power? And could that power be Joe Biden or the Democrats or someone in the Democrats? I'm not saying that is the truth or that it is the case, but it could very well be. But remember, the clock had been steadily ticking and things changed. And according to what I get in my inbox and can see for myself in mainstream media, Biden has the lowest approval rating of any president since Truman. And those are not my words, but I'm quoting from a publication. Okay? Another truth, and again, it is common knowledge and not a bookworm fabrication. Biden and the Democrats are trying to stop the torrent of black voters abandoning him and his party. Now, can any of you imagine what it will do to them if it should come out that Harry got preferential or special treatment on the instruction of Joe Biden or anyone else in the Democratic Party? Can you imagine Joe Biden being forced to defend white privilege? Can you imagine him having to explain defending an illegal alien who meddles in US politics and violates United States laws? I mean, really? And like the subscriber so brilliantly said, if all this comes out, who is going to stand by Harry? The Obamas made it very clear that they are done with Harry and Meghan. And Mrs. Biden, Dr. Jill, will she stand up for them? No. I mean, she would much rather cling to whatever power they have left. The other side of the coin is that instead of it being a political move, it could be influenced by elitism. Remember, money also has power, and I'm not saying the judge can be bought, but if there is even a social benefit for the judge not to go after Harry, I think he would also consider his ruling differently. So, what do you think? Will the judge rule that the documents be made public or not? I personally think there is way too much at stake for whoever is behind this, even for British Parliament as well. There will be a few questions which will need to be answered if it transpires that Harry is on a diplomatic visa. And I think the judge is going to therefore keep it sealed, not because it is the right or fair or just thing to do, but because the fallout, if he unseals these documents, will be far too great. But that is just me. I would like to hear what you think. Okay, next, I spoke about William's statement regarding Israel and Gaza, and although I have my radar out for any untoward political statements or interference from the royals, I felt that William's statement was just and fair. He did not want any further bloodshed or civilians dying. He wanted aid to reach the vulnerable and hurt. End of story. However, now days later, the debate still rages whether he was heading or treading into the murky water of politics. I looked at a poll the other day in which 54% said the statement was a humanitarian effort towards peace, and 40 plus said that it was political and he should shut up. But then King Charles issues a statement on the second anniversary of the war between Russia and Ukraine. In his statement, the king does not ask for peace or a ceasefire like William, but goes on to talk about the indescribable aggression that has faced Ukrainians since, and I quote, the unprovoked attack on their land. Well, in my opinion, it wasn't exactly unprovoked, King Charles, but never mind. The king welcomes the support from the United Kingdom and its allies. King Charles spoke of the military training being provided in the United Kingdom for Ukrainian soldiers and praised Zelensky. He said, despite the tremendous hardship and pain inflicted upon them, Ukrainians continue to show the heroism with which the world associates them so closely. Theirs is true valor in the face of indescribable aggression, said the king's statement, clearly, undeniably showing where his loyalties lie. But I'm waiting and waiting. I'm still waiting and waiting some more. And what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for anyone to come out and hail the king's statement apolitical and gross interference in another country's politics and war with a neighbor. And I'm still waiting. People were very quick to go on GB News and go on everywhere else and slam William's statement, which, in my opinion, again, was just asking for peace, just asking for a ceasefire so that aid can get to those civilians who were harmed and the hostages. So he wasn't taking sides. He just wanted to see the bloodshed end, or at least get help to the people. But that is not what his father said in his statement, is it? Yet I don't hear the same backlash for Charles's statement. And my honest, I mean, really honest question is, why not? So I'm stuck with another issue. If GB News wants to talk about William's statement increasing his security risk, then why not talk about Charles's statement putting everyone at a military base at risk? I mean, think about it. William made a statement on behalf of himself. King Charles, in his statement, actually outed other people who are on the ground providing training for these Ukrainian soldiers. So, isn't that putting them at risk? I'm not being nasty, nothing. I am genuinely asking without any bitterness, hatred, dislike. This is a real neutral question coming from a good place. I really want to know your opinions on this one. Okay, guys, I think that is enough for a Sunday. I'm so grateful for you all. You, each one of you, is so, so valuable to me. But sometimes things crop up, and then I have to say a very, very special thank you to someone. I just cannot not do it, okay? And today I want to thank Cornelia, who once again came through for us. And I can honestly say that if it wasn't for Cornelia M., this channel would either not have existed or would have been much, much smaller. Now, she's very uncomfortable with me thanking her, but it would be an absolute travesty if I don't. I also want to thank my friends Kathy and Mary Ann. We all need to unload sometimes, and to have someone to talk to makes a huge difference to one's life. Okay, guys, I hope you have a wonderful, restful Sunday, or what is left of it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.